For this recipe, you will need beef top round, kosher salt, ground black pepper, unsalted butter, button mushrooms, onions, minced garlic, flour, beef broth, sour cream, and egg noodles.
Hi everybody, Chef Scott from St. Agnes here. So today we're going to do another one of you guys' favorites. We're going to do the beef stroganoff. It's a sage recipe. We serve it every 4 weeks and you guys tend to eat it up. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to start out, we're going to slice our mushrooms. You take your mushroom, just give it a quick slice. It doesn't matter how thick or thin you want it, however you want them. If you want, you can also cut them into quarters. They cook a little bit slower, but you get more mushroom with each bite. Okay, so we finished slicing the mushrooms. Now we're going to go into the onion. So this is a half an onion. I've already cut it in half. So I'm going to take off the flowering end, which is the end. It has the flower thingy on it. You want to keep the root end whole so that it makes it easier to cut. So peel off the first layer, which is just paper, not good. Then you take your knife, make little slices into it, all the way around. Then you turn it to the side. And now you have diced onions. Now it's time to move on to the beef. So to do your beef, you just want to cut it into slices like this. And then you're going to cut each one of these slices into several strips, about a ½ inch thick. Now that we've got all the prepping done, now we can start to build the actual stroganoff. So we're going to start with our butter into a hot pan. Get that to start melting down. We're going to add our beef. Let that start cooking. Now, let that cook for a little while. Let it start to brown. Then we're going to start adding the rest of it. Now you can see our meat starting to brown up. So you want it all to look kind of like that before we start adding the rest of the ingredients. All right, so now that we have our meat brown, we're going to take it out of the skillet, put it into a bowl and set it to the side for right now. And then we're going to do our mushrooms, onions, and garlic. So we have the beef out into another bowl and we're going to set it off to the side. Now we're going to take our mushrooms, our half an onion, 1 ounce of garlic, a little bit of salt, a little bit of your pepper, and get that going. So while we're doing this, while we're letting the onions sweat down and the mushrooms start to cook, we're going to go ahead and get our pasta started. I've already got the pasta boiling, or the pasta water boiling. It's already salted. So I'm going to add 1 whole bag of egg noodles to the boiling water. That's going to go for about 7 minutes. As you can see, our mushrooms are starting to cook through and the onions are starting to become translucent. I'm going to add a little bit of white wine to deglaze the pan. What deglazing does is all that little brown stuff that collects on the bottom is called fond. And around the sides there, that's all called fond. And the white wine will help to get that off the sides and get it back into the mix, and that's what adds flavor. Now our mushrooms are pretty much cooked through. Our onions are nice and translucent. I've deglazed the pan, which got all the fond back into the sauce that's building up with the mushrooms and onions. Now I'm going to add the meat back into it. Then I'm going to add the flour. And we're going to mix that all up and get it all combined. So the reason we're adding the flour is if you remember back, if you watched when we did the Alfredo sauce, we're basically building a roux. We're just not actually mixing the butter and the flour together. But now the flour is it's going to coat the meat and the vegetables. And when I add the beef stock here in a little while, that's all going to mix together and it's going to thicken up your sauce. So now we've got that all combined up. Now we're going to add our beef stock. And our sour cream. And we're going to combine all that together and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. So now you can see that we've got all of the sour cream mixed in with the rest of the mixture. We're going to let it cook on about a medium heat, maybe a little bit lower, for another 10 minutes, and it should thicken up and make that meat nice and tender. Our stroganoff sauce is just about ready, so we're going to take some of our egg noodles, put them in a bowl. Some of our sauce and our meat. There it is. Easy beef stroganoff from your Sage recipe.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this beef stroganoff recipe. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel to receive notifications of new videos. Thanks guys. Have a great day.